Hello and welcome to Somebody's Heroes. We are back with another vignette for you guys. There's not that many more left. We've only got two more after this one, and then the main show will start airing, so bear with us just a little longer. I'm Eric, I'm the Dungeon Master.
Katie.
I'm Gloria. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Do you want me to say character? Or...
That's entirely up to you. You didn't say your character, so we will just roll with it when
okay.
we meet it. When we meet her. And they will have already met Dr. Cambridge by now.
Yeah.
So you can intro yourself as Dr. Cambridge if you choose to, Gloria.
Okay. Should I just do this again?
Yes.
Fine. Okay. Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm playing Dr. Matilda Cambridge. And I've got a PhD in science and I work at uni. So perfect. And that's my character.
That is phenomenal. Speaking of university, it is going to sound cliche. Because, of course, all Frankenstein-like experiments need to happen on a dark and stormy night. So, it is a dark and stormy night on the city of Taoliva, as Dr. Cambridge is in her office, and setting up her experiment. We're actually going to start there with Dr. Cambridge. Dr. Cambridge, you are setting up your experiment. You are currently in the actual lab. You do have the gelatinous cube that you've recently caught in a cage that it can't get out of due to some kind of a force field thing you've got set up. There is in the middle an electrical emitter, so it will emit lightning. No matter what is put into it, it will always emit lightning damage. Okay?
Okay.
Beyond that, it's a pretty standard lab. There is a workbench off on the far right-hand side with some alchemical materials over there, and beyond that, you're just in here kind of checking out and seeing what's going on. Your lab assistant is over in the observation booth getting that side of stuff together.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do in your lab?
I think Dr. Matilda Cambridge, is going to... Yes, I just checked myself. I checked myself. She's just sort of observing the gelatinous cube that took everything within her to try and retrieve. And
alive.
She's... Yeah, a lot. She's
alive was what I said.
Alive and a lot. And she's looking at it and is just sort of speaking to it and is saying, "You are going to do wonderful things, and I am so happy to be a part of it. And, well, we've got a script scrap over there that's going to help pull all of this together, and we've got our assistant, Jaden is going to be here soon, and it's going to be wonderful, and I can't wait for them to meet you." And then she's just going to sort of like look around the rest of the lab and just put everything she needs in place, because if we know anything about our dear Dr. Matilda Cambridge, she is very organized, she is buried in her work all the time, and she is very focused. So I think she's just waiting for Jaden to come in to help.
Perfect. So, as you go to turn around, the viewers are going to get a quick look at you as you look into the two-way mirror to talk to your assistant who's on the other side.
Okay.
Because that way you guys can watch, but nothing inside can see you or anything or whoever did this, right? Because your goal here is to create sentience out of this cube. You don't want them knowing what they went through by who they went through. You don't want them pinned on you. That could be, if they happen to have any memory of that, that could be a terrifying, harrowing experience for anything in this lab. But they get a quick look at you. What does Dr. Cambridge look like today on her day of glory?
Yes, Dr. Matilda Cambridge. I've written a paragraph. She is a chunky 5'3" woman who walks pridefully in her body. She's got long black hair that is styled half up, half down. She's got black round glasses. Mine are not round, but imagine that hers are. A white lab coat, tasteful boots, black trousers, and a gray long sleeve crew neck. She is very much somebody, like I said, is just very like business focused. So she doesn't really think about much, but if you were to look in her bag, you would see that she's got all the necessities, including like wet napkins to clean her hands and hand sanitizer. She's got her wallet, her keys, and in one of the pockets, she just has this because she feels like she has to, and it's just a stick of lipstick that her mom made her put in there. She doesn't normally wear makeup. She's very much just like, I'm gonna get focused, I'm waking up, I'm going straight to work. And that's sort of the feel you get when you look at Matilda. Very businessy.
Perfect. So as you're sitting there waiting, waiting for your friend Jaden, the camera's gonna cut to Jaden. Jaden, it is the middle of the night. A cloud has rolled across the city, creating a fog layer. There is a little bit of lightning happening, but it's that lightning that happens within a cloud, right? Like, it's not actually storming below, but like it could be soon. There are along the road, you do see a few people in trench coats and galoshes preparing for this electrical storm as they go through and switch all of the light posts from electric-based lighting to fire-based lighting. Because they've already had an accident on the other side of town, they don't want that today. However, you are in the academic section of the city of Taoliva, and you are headed towards the Armstrong building, the building your friend told you to go to. You actually have a letter from your friend, Dr. Cambridge, and you were headed to the Armstrong building. It is a 3-story academic building made entirely out of mortared brick, and it's got nice, mostly shingled roof. There are some patches where it's been repaired with metal, whether intentionally or not. And there are weather vanes and stuff like that on top of it as well. This building is used for a lot of different environmental type sciences, specifically. But there is a nice set of double doors for you to walk in if you so choose. You're at the right building.
Yeah, she'll definitely walk in.
Okay, you walk in and you walk into this 3-story front room. There is a sleeping gnome kicked back in a chair like a guard who's really bad at her job. And hell, even got the whole hood over her face look going on. Like, she's not afraid to say she's asleep. It's night shift. What do you expect? There is a staircase on the left, a staircase on the right, and as you go up both of those stairs, there is another staircase at the end of those stairs that goes up into the further back. So it's 2 just very large 2-story staircases. You know from your letter, it's a 2nd floor experiment, but you can't quite remember which side to go up, left or right. But you know it's on the 2nd floor. That narrows that down.
It could only be like 200 rooms. Fine.
Only.
No, I look at my wrist to see what time it is, sensing it in the air.
It's about 11.
Yeah. Like, no, I don't have time to be late. Be there. Yeah, and I will. Jaden will quietly as she can, approach this sleeping figure.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Oh. Well, there goes a deep.
Stealth checks are rolled with d20s.
Yeah. Not bad. -1.
Mm.
Uh,
Don't you also have disadvantage because
yeah,
of
I
your
was
armor?
gonna say I'm pretty sure I do have this. It was an 18. This is an 11. That's a 10.
Beautiful! You still managed to surpass her 7. She rolled a 6 on the die, it only has a +1. So,
Yeah, I'll just seeing that I'm alone as I enter in. I'm just going to pull my armor together, so that it clinks less as I approach. And as I get to the desk, I'm just going to lean forward, put my hand over onto the desk, resting my face on my arm, and then I'm going to, with almost half of my force, push their feet off of the table.
fantastic. Their feet fly off, they jerk awake. What? What? What did you do that for?
Hi.
Shit! She rubs her eyes, gets to sleep. Gets that sleep, sleeps out. The fuck? What do you want? God!
Oh, well, I want two things. Do you know where Dr. Cambridge's office is?
Oh, you're her guest?
Yeah.
Okay. Opens a drawer, still half asleep. Pulls out a badge and hands it to you. Here, left staircase, take a left, and I think it's the 5th door on the right. It might be the 6th. Somewhere around there. God, can I get back to sleep?
No, you shouldn't. You're on duty. What if a stranger walks in and starts messing with the experiment? You are entirely at fault.
Tough shit. That's the doctor's problem.
What? Doctor's problem? You're hired. So keep watch.
No, I'm not. I'm hired to let people who are authorized know where they're supposed to go. Anyone else will get lost. That's the way that's the way Armstrong made it.
Okay, well, I'll just take some notes down and about this. What's your name?
Ginger.
Yeah. Okay.
Ginger Vitae.
Take down a description just in case it's a fake name. You have a good night.
Okay. As you go up the stairs on the left, you see that the staircase up for the 3rd floor moves like a Hogwartsian staircase. So that literally, if someone didn't have a badge, they couldn't get anywhere they were supposed to easily. She wasn't lying.
Just grip the side of the railing as I'm walking up.
No, your stair doesn't move.
Yeah.
Your stair doesn't move. It's just you see the others do it because they're moving around. They're doing what they need to do. Hell, one staircase actually becomes a straight landing to go across from the left side to the right side now. So if you go up, once you hit the 2nd floor, you can go to the right or to the left to go across the hall, across this large open room, to go to the other side if you so chose. I love this hall. This office is so much fun. You gotta take a left, I presume?
Yes.
Perfect. You take a left. At the end of the hall, there's like 10 doors that you see on either side. At the very end, you actually see another doorway at the very end. and you see coming out of it just a tall, cloaked figure. And as you're walking down, this figure is walking straight towards you. Real quick, roll a dexterity saving throw. Yeah.
A 10, another 10.
Okay,
Another
beautiful.
-1.
Coming out of the first door on your right, you get bumped into by this very large Goliath, who doesn't say anything, just bumps out with a pot of coffee.
Excuse you.
Spills half of it on you. So you're gonna go ahead and take just 1 point of fire damage. Hey, coffee is hot, yo. Like, let's be real.
Ooh.
And he looks at his coffee pot, sees that it's half empty now, turns around and goes back for more coffee. Dr. Cambridge, you're in your observation room waiting for your assistant to come back with coffee.
Oh my goodness, I really could use some caffeine right now.
And she's already jittery, but she needs more.
Right? You've already had a couple of cups of coffee, maybe an energy drink.
I'll just unclip my my cloak for my armor and just use that so that I'm presentable for my friend in the best attire possible. This is fine.
Perfect. So as you continue walking, this other figure is walking down as well, and you hear the storm actually start outside. Both of you start hearing the storm, lightning cracks, and the rain's hitting the roof. Even though you're a floor down, where it hits metal, you're definitely hearing those spots. Ding, 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 ding. And you're just walking down the hallway, and there's this tall, cloaked figure headed back down as well. It's around the 4th door, 5th door. He seems to be like in the middle of the hallway, not purposely moving to the left or moving to the right, but he's gonna purposely be in the center. And you can tell he started in the center, he just didn't move. He's one of those people who thinks he always has the right of way. Are you going to get out of his way? By choice, before he gets here?
Yeah, she'll like, and even her armor probably bulks out, so like as he's passing, she'll probably try to do that thing where you turn your back towards the wall so that you're essentially trying not to touch at all.
Trying to avoid touching him. Got it.
But like as he approached, can I see if he has if he's supposed to be here, if he has a badge?
Looking for a badge? Go ahead,
Yeah.
perception check.
Ooh, that flew at me. Oh, okay. 15.
What you see looks like a badge. But it's more like how Dr. Cambridge has a badge. Yours was a lanyard. Dr. Cambridge more has like a clip on a pocket type of deal. So it's that type of a badge, but you can't make out any details about who it is. Just that they look like they belong. Works for me. And you are now at the 5th door. Did you wish to enter that door, or take a look at the door, or anything like that before you go in?
I'll take a look at the door, see if it's the door I'm looking for.
Okay.
At least her office. At least her office.
That it's at least got her name on it?
Yeah, at least got her name on it.
Perfect. Roll
The
a
name got-
perception check for me.
Oh, well, that's a natural 20 plus a 6.
That's a nat 20?
A nat 20.
Dr. M. Cambridge. And it's one of those that it's supposed to have two identifying plaques on it. But it just says room 211. Because as you go down the hallway, opposite numbers. Room 211, Dr. M. Cambridge, with a missing bottom plaque. Every other door seems to have 2 on your way through. This one's is missing. Dr. Cambridge, back in your office. You didn't hear any kind of scuffle on the outside or anything like that. There was no bumping in, no loud noises made. So you don't hear anything. You're just... Well, I'll let you tell me. What are you doing in your office as you're preparing your last couple of steps? You've got about 30 minutes or so. Actually, no, about 3 minutes before the experiment starts.
We went from 30 to 3. All right.
Yeah,
so
I added a 0 in my head.
She's getting a little bit, like, impatient, I think. Because she's like, well, I need to do this because I've got to leave soon. Like, it's getting really late. I've got to leave soon. Where's Jaden? I guess is what she's thinking. And she is just so excited. She's almost there. And she is hearing all this stuff happening outside. And she's like, well, I've got to get this done soon. So I probably can't wait much longer. She's been waiting for a very long time to do this. And she can see just how close she is to seeing if this experiment's going to work.
This is your 19th time attempting this experiment.
And she is getting really impatient.
And so are your backers.
My gosh.
Your funding is on the line too.
She's gonna look at the gelatinous cube and say,
There's a lot riding on this, and if Jaden doesn't get here, I'm gonna have to do something very quickly because I'm very scared. I know that you can't understand me, but I gotta talk to somebody, and Jaden isn't here. So, well, great.
she's just she's had a lot of coffee already.
Mm-hmm.
She's had a lot of energy drinks and all that, but like she's just like can you hear me tapping? Like just like very, very, very impatient. And is basically getting ready to prepare everything and just hit go, I guess, essentially.
So you talking to the cube were you through the glass or were you still in the room with the cube?
Oh, I think she's like getting everything prepared. She's like talking through it through the glass.
Through the glass. Okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure what room you were in. I thought I had said your actual observation lab, but you made it sound like you might have been in the other one.
Well,
Doesn't
we can
matter.
just make it
You're
so
fine.
she was in. It doesn't matter to me. Like wherever you want her
Talking
to be.
through
just
the glass
put her.
is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Talking through the glass is perfect.
Okay. Okay.
It lines up with what I had originally said, so we're good.
Okay. Perfect.
So, as you say that, you turn around to look at the clock. 57. 58. Another minute goes by. 59. Jaden, do you open that door that you're in front of? Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. You open the door. The lights are on. What you see is a mirror on your left-hand side, a workbench on your right-hand side, a gelatinous cube in front of you with a force field of sorts holding it in, a containment field, and an electrical emitter in the middle. It's just not like it's charging up, but just that it's on like a low or standby setting. And you entered the room, and to open the door, it was open inward, so you can shut the door behind you if you so choose, or you don't see Dr. Cambridge in this room.
Yeah, it's probably an immediate thing, especially since I'm holding my cloak. I'll have folded it while I walk after using it as a towel, and immediately walk in, letting the door past me and setting my cloak on the side before looking around.
Oh, so you set your cloak, you went all the way in to let the door gravitationally close.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And then
As you
start, grabbing the bottle from the celebratory bottle from my bag.
Oh yeah, you brought a bottle of what was the beverage you brought?
Dwarven wine.
Dwarven wine, or was it dwarven whiskey?
A whiskey, yes, yeah, whiskey. Gotta get
Even
those nerves
better, dwarven whiskey is brought out. You set it on the workbench. You set all this up as the door shuts. Dr. Cambridge, you see the 59 click. You see the big, I'm gonna say red button.
Oh,
and
jeez.
Perception check.
All right. 18.
18. Very
Yes.
nice. You hear the door gravitationally shut, and you also notice it says, you see an alert pop up that says, lab room locked.
Okay.
And you heard the door shut and lock on the other side. It was already shut when you left it last.
Okay. So would she? I think she's probably. Okay. Here, let's think about this. She's got 1 minute left.
Uh-huh.
And she's thinking, all right, good, the door's locked.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Jaden's not here.
Jaden's not in the room with you.
Can I look and see if I
You
can
turn
see?
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you heard the door shut, so it was not open, but you heard it shut.
I
So
feel like she'd be
turning around would be
confused. She would just look to see if she can see Jaden.
Perfect. You look around. You see Jaden locked in the room, but you know it's too close to experiment time for the door to open on it to be allowed to open at this point.
Oh no.
Miss your funding is one of the options you have here.
Oh no. Jaden, what are you doing in there?
What?
You hear her over like an intercom, like a thaumaturgy box in the room with you.
She'll look around. Is this not the room?
No, I'm in the right room. Get out of there. And she's gonna cast knock to let Jaden out.
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Against the door has a lock DC because it's a
15?
security lock. Like, this is a security lock on purpose.
15.
Oh no.
What?
The door, it didn't unlock. You could try again because you have another spell slot, and you technically have 3 more attempts because you have the 15 seconds or so of like a minute countdown timer. You have enough time to try and still make it.
I'm doing it again.
And I'll
16.
turn around for the whiskey.
Oh, my favorite. Oh gosh. 16.
16, oh no. DC is 18, by the way. Try again one more time, if you so choose.
I'm
Burn
doing
in
it.
spell slots.
Okay.
Whiskey in hand, I'm ready
19.
for it.
19. 19.
You
What
got a
happens?
19.
Yes.
Okay. Got a 19 as the door into your office opens. The door unlocks in there, and you just hear someone sit a pot of coffee down behind you. And you know it's your assistant,
Huh?
But at the same time, the thing starts thrumming and revving up at the same time. Jaden, if you can get out of this room, you can. Otherwise, you're about to be fried, homie.
Yeah, she's going to try to run towards the door and just like strength it open.
Okay, give me an athletics check. DC 17. It's a heavy door. This is a security metal door.
That is a 15.
Oh no.
Rolled a 9.
This thing keeps. And it's your alert behind you, Dr. Cambridge, is saying, foreign matter detected. Foreign matter detected. Biological imperfections detected in the experimentation room. You know that's Jaden right there. That is Jaden alerting some sensor you put in there.
Okay, so she's gonna try and undo everything that's happening, but I don't know how that's gonna happen, but she's gonna try.
What is your bonus to Arcana?
A +7.
+7. Okay. DC 23. Arcana check.
Okay, perfect. I can do this with a 15.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's right. That's the number, right? That's the number I needed, a 15? Yeah. Yeah.
Both of those numbers are wrong. The 1 and the 5. So you can't quite stop it yet. Meanwhile, Jaden, you can't muscle this door open. What are you gonna try and do as you see sparks start to come up along this electrical conductor?
I'll ask Gloria. Like, is there anywhere in the room that I can cover myself? Take cover.
Underneath the table that the gelatinous cube is on, maybe?
Yeah,
It's very, I want to say it's very, like, sparse with decoration in the room.
You're
in
about
that
to shoot
room.
lightning through it. I would
Yeah.
imagine so.
Yeah, possibly underneath the table with the gelatinous cube on top of it.
Okay. Roll a dexterity saving throw as you're rolling underneath.
Oh my gosh.
And Doc, you're watching as this thing just goes full experiment as it's about to hit.
That's a 17.
But is it good enough is what we want to know. It is, right? Yeah, it's great.
Halfway
One
there.
less.
Oh,
It was an 18.
And that's what I rolled, but with a -1.
And did you roll with disadvantage too? Because
Oh,
remember
right.
you.
okay,
Oh
let's
wait,
just make this
no.
worse.
Stealth is your disadvantage. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
Disadvantage is only on stealth, not dexterity saving throws. I apologize. That was my mistake with the heavy armor. She's wearing full heavy armor. Real quick, Jaden, as Dr. Cambridge sees this going off, what does Jaden look like? As this whole, what does Jaden look like? We forgot to totally have you
We're
describe
doing
Jaden.
character descriptions at a
In the
time
middle
like
of
this?
in the middle of
Let's
electrocution.
pretend this is a dwarven whiskey right now, please.
Let's do the door. Yeah, she's diving underneath. She has that imperial like, I suppose almost like a rosy gold armor. The armor is like
Stunning.
Yeah, it's stunning, and she keeps it in immaculate cleanliness. Giant pauldron. The armor, Gloria would know, is like nearly 2 times her body. She just uses it to make herself look more intimidating. She's actually very tall and slender.
Yeah, that's my friend. Yeah.
Her skin, the color of, like, closest to the color of jade that has been in her family for a while. Her ears and tail mostly resemble that of aquatic creature. She has slight webbing between her hands that would indicate that she might be a good swimmer.
Perfect. Just what we need right now.
Yeah, right now, this second.
Dive underneath that table, please.
Like halfway trying to get out of the armor and halfway like just fucking it'll cover me slightly.
Eric, I was wondering if you were just getting a bunch of dice.
That's
Just
exactly
wondering.
That's what I was
hear
doing.
clinking. Okay. Great.
Okay, the armor will protect
Naturally.
you a little. The table, I'm sure.
Okay. So you have oversized pauldrons, right? And you're trying to dive under a table, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You said you're wearing what type of metal?
Oh my
Gold?
gosh.
Ripsy gold, yeah.
Please.
Correct me if I'm not mistaken, but is gold not a very good conductor?
Yeah, you're wrong, actually. Yeah, you're wrong. It's not a good, it's not a good conductor, actually. Actually, if anything happens, it absorbs it and it becomes stronger.
You get not wedged, but like at this exact moment, you get the edge of you touches the like gets within like 5 inches of the emitter, and you get caught on the cube gate, on the metal that's holding the cube in, and just as an electrical charge goes straight from one shoulder pauldron straight through your heart into the other shoulder pauldron.
Oh, dice.
Dice, baby. Do 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 do.
I'm gonna not sing along in protest.
Well, there's 10. There's 20. There's 3. Perfect. You take 23 lightning damage. What's that bring your total hit points down to?
-12.
What's your maximum hit points?
14.
14. So you're alive with and still have -2 to go, yeah?
Yes.
All right. Gorgeous. Or no, -4.
Not instantly dead.
Not instantly dead. Fabulous. Love it. Because of that one fire damage you took from the hot coffee.
Oh my gosh. Let's just make it worse.
No, that's why it's all the way down to -4. Oh, well, -12 instead of -11. So, you are doing fantastic. No, you're not.
I was like, who's doing
Your heart
fantastic?
Your heart stopped. And then another bolt comes back from the cube. And this is what the script scrap was that you attached to the cage. It was to return the electrical charge back into the emitter to get feedback and data analysis. So you... It doesn't deal additional damage. In fact, it restarts your heart. You're actually at 0 hit points. You're stable.
Oh,
it immediately stabilizes you. But you collapse to the floor because your heart stopped in the first place. And the ooze, you're watching this gelatinous cube melt. Like if you stuck Jello in the microwave. just melt onto the floor and just drip, and slime drip and drop off. Because the containment field had to drop in order for the lightning to get all the way through, right? So just melts down the sides. The experiment complete. Chink. The doors are unlocked. You may
Matilda-
enter and evaluate your experimentation.
Matilda runs in and goes immediately to Jaden.
Okay, you pick Jaden up. Cradle her.
Yeah. Shaking,
Jaden.
actually.
Jaden, roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
18.
18. Okay, so at first the body stays as you expect, right? She's in her full-on dragonborn form. Roll a perception check for me.
Me? Okay, well, who
Yeah,
else
Dr.
is gonna roll
Cambridge.
it? Yep.
The one with her eyes closed. Roll it. I dare you.
22.
22. Fantastic. You see her skin warble like an ooze. You've been studying them for a long time. She is not... She's cohesive at the moment, but who knows how long that's going to stay. Do you have any... I'm going to say any last words that Jaden needs to hear from Dr. Cambridge?
Jaden, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Jaden, why did you go? I'm not blaming you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have to take any of the blame here. I didn't mean for this to happen. Oh my gosh. No.
She's screaming and crying and trying not to throw up.
And you're and in the ooze, you see a set of... Let me get this coloration right.
A set of what, Eric?
A set of what?
A set of what? A set of eyes. They are not Jaden's eyes. Jaden still has her eyes.
Okay.
But it is a set of eyes that are... Where is the color? Yellow and pink swirled eyes that just faintly glow. As you also start to see a more condensed set of slime within the ooze. Normally, the gelatinous cube is very, uniform. This is a condensed form in almost like a brain shape? You think you succeeded.
She's holding and crying and trying not to throw up, holding her friend. And she looks over at this condensed cube-looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is in shock and is like,
It worked? It worked?
she just looks between Jaden and this condensed cube, condensed ooze. And I think, you know what? She's still gonna be crying, screaming, throwing up, and just looking between the two, screaming.
And Jaden, you hear that as your eyes open. You see the same set of eyes staring back at you, and your eyes roll. Your eyes roll, not your whole head, just your eyes roll around, and now you see Dr. Cambridge. Because her head was down like this as you picked her up, like she wasn't looking. Her face wasn't at you, but now coming out of the side of what was her head, you do see Jaden's eyes.
Through the side of her head.
Through the side of her head.
Looking at me.
Looking at you.
More screaming, more crying, more throwing up.
Jaden, as you're gaining consciousness, are you going to say anything to Dr. Cambridge after hearing the words that she just said mostly? You mostly heard what she said.
Yes. Four words come to mind, which are, is the dwarven whiskey okay?
Perfect.
And honestly, at that, I think is where we're gonna end the session. I think that's a great spot to end it.